Happening right now, a Washington County Quorum Court meeting is underway on plans to build a wind farm near Lincoln. Some are concerned about the long-term impact the project could have on their land and infrastructure. Those against the project say Madison, Carroll, and Boone counties have all enacted moratoriums, giving the JPs there more time to study the advantages and disadvantages. They are advocating for Washington County to do the same. That meeting is happening right now at the courthouse. 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer is there. She'll have an update for us tonight on your 5 News at 10. We just got a new report today from the Arkansas Department of Emergency Management that shows more people have died in a fire so far this year than all of last year.
5 News reporter Claire Everbach is here with us. And Claire, that report says that 34 people have died in 2025 compared to 27 last year.
Yeah, Morgan, that's right. It goes further to say the fatality rate is higher than the national average for every 1,000 fires in Arkansas. I talked to the Rogers fire chief this morning. He tells me many house fires are often related to a lack of smoke detectors.
Ace Sutherland, battalion chief of the Rogers Fire Department, says when it comes to fire prevention, smoke detectors are critical.
The more smoke detectors you can have at a residence, the better.
But having them isn't enough.
Not only having these detectors and the presence of them saves lives, as we know, but maintaining them as well. So that means every 6 months, changing the batteries in them, whether they need it or not. Just a routine maintenance, keeping them up to date.
Sutherland says families, especially with children, need to have a specific fire escape plan.
Let them know where to go. Okay, we're going down the hallway. To the right is the door, going out the door. Let them know where the windows are at. Walk them through which locks will be turned on the windows. So if it's the left side, they know to reach up, unlock the left to lift the window. Just practice this stuff. So make it routine.
And when you do smell smoke or feel heat, Sutherland says one step is key.
Get low and go, right? If there is the presence of smoke or heat inside the home, get low to the floor. Teach your kids this.
While some of these steps may sound straightforward, it's this kind of caution that saves lives.
Maintaining awareness of your open flames in your home. I know it sounds elementary, but keeping combustibles away from those open flames has huge effects. So just taking those precautions.
Rogers Fire Department tells me they've responded to 29 structure fires in 2025, which is up 32% from this time last year. Covering news where you live, Claire Everbach, 5 News.
All right, Claire, thanks. Also developing over the weekend in Fort Smith, police investigating a body after a body was found inside a car that was parked outside Baptist Health on Towson. Police say there were no immediate signs of foul play, but the investigation is ongoing and still in its early stages. No information was released about the person's identity or cause of death. Now, they are asking if you have any information about this to reach out to investigators. We'll, of course, bring you any developments from police on 5newsonline.com. We also learned today a Bentonville man died after a crash in Springdale. It happened around midnight on Friday on Wagon Wheel Road. State police report says 24-year-old Joseph Linneman from Bentonville died in the crash when he hit an embankment and crashed into a tree. No other vehicles were involved.
Well, new tonight, we're hearing from former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson about the impact of a U.S. Supreme Court ruling last week. It limited the power of lower court judges to issue nationwide injunctions. Hutchinson says while the ruling is historic, it's important to understand what it does not do. It doesn't decide whether birthright citizenship is constitutional. Instead, the decision focuses on whether lower federal courts have the authority to handle the case. And for Arkansans, particularly immigrant families who may be concerned their children's citizenship status could suddenly change, he says not to panic.
If you disagree with birthrights, denying birthright citizenship, then that day that's going to happen. That argument's going to be presented in court. It's going to take time. And so it's really important that our citizens here in Arkansas that rely upon birthright citizenship don't panic. There's going to be a lot of steps before that issue is going to be resolved, and that's important for them to know.
The earliest the Supreme Court could take up the birthright citizenship case is in October when the justices begin their new term. Well, owners of vape and smoke shops in Arkansas are reacting after the Attorney General announced a court decision last week that allows the state to move forward with a ban on certain cannabis products. That includes products like Delta 8. After last week's ruling, the ban is now set to take effect this summer, while the larger case about the law moves forward in federal court. Many shops across Arkansas say they're concerned the decision to lift the injunction will put them out of business and believe many of the concerns raised about the products by supporters of the law are unfounded.
Google how many people die from alcohol every day. Google how many people die from tobacco every day. Google how many people die from gun violence every day in the state of Arkansas. We have an emergency bans on all of those? No, they're in every shopping center.
Attorney General Tim Griffin believes the ban will take effect within the next 8 weeks after a follow-up hearing.
Developing today, after 28 years of service to Bentonville Public Schools, Athletic Director Chris Hutchins officially retiring. Since Hutchins became the athletic director in 2019, school has won 69 state championships in his high school and has finished top 3 in overall athletics in the country the last 2 school years. He got to Bentonville in 1997 and has served as football coach, assistant principal, teacher, and dean of students. And because he spent so much time here, he says Bentonville has become who he is.
I've told people many times throughout the years, if you cut me open, I might be black and gold. That's how important it is to me. That, you know, every day when I came to work, it was important to me to do whatever I could to make the Tigers as good as they could be. And when I leave the door today at 3:30 or 4, I want it to be in great shape, and I want the next guy and the next group and the next coaches and the next kids to have just as much success as we've had.
And speaking of that next person, tonight at 10, we're going to speak with the new athletic director for Bentonville, Ronnie Delk, and his plans for the future of Bentonville athletics.